he is now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to your live watch along of England's away game in the World Cup qualifiers versus Albania. Let's go. Let's get the 3 points today on our quest to Qatar 2022.
Again, I don't think Gareth knows who his number one is.
Let's go. Let's get the win. This is the first of a double header for you guys. This is the first of a double header for you. We are doing England first, then the second game we are going to be doing Israel versus Scotland in the evening. And hello.
Been in that environment before, so that's why I think he'll stick with Pickford.
I think that he knows. He'll go with Pickford as his number one because, like I mentioned,
hello everyone. If you guys want to know the team, I will let you know now. Do you guys want to know the England team for today? Let me know in the chat.
Hopefully he can do enough to impress him, but you like to think that in Gareth's head, he's probably going to go with.
So, maybe actually talk about tournament experience. When you're talking about a goalkeeper, right. That really is significant. Isn't
Do you guys want to know what the lineup is for England? Let me know in the chat. Say yes. Or no?
Yeah, but is that different? We used the word there about trust, trusting certain players.
Yes or no for England's lineup? Do you guys want to see what the lineup is for today's game against Albania?
Doesn't suggest that. He's got a mistake in him.
But would you then trust somebody who's got very little experience at international level to replace him?
Well, if that's the way, sometimes that's forced on you because of Pickford injury. Sometimes it's forced on Pope. And the big plus for Pope, I think, is obviously a very good goalkeeper. I think he's got a great temperament about him. Look at Pickford, sometimes his head looks all over the place. I go back to a few years ago when Joe Hart was in goal. He seemed to be too lively, too giddy in the tunnel. Whereas I look at Pope and think, nice temperament about him. And I think if he does get a chance to play regular games for England, he won't let him down.
He's good number 2, Nick Pope. Do you like the look of him?
Yeah, but
going back to fingers crossed. Let's go and get the win against Albania. It won't be easy, but we gotta go and show we have the mental ability to go and do it.
Mistake like a situation that Rob Green made.
CM, are you French? Are you French?
As Roy said, he's got the qualities.
Because if you are a French supporter, then that means your national team must be France.
When you think like that,
so,
of course,
do you guys want to know the England lineup? Before kickoff, we have to let you know now, because I want to tell you before kickoff.
You're always going to be worried. You know what I mean? What you want to see from someone like Pope is the kind
the
of
England players are coming out.
I feel confident about him, and that is what he needs to be able to really enforce on Gareth.
Yeah, if I'm used, if I'm needed, they can have confidence in me. Well, it was a comfortable opener against San Marino, but this will be a very.
So I'm going to let you guys know the England lineup.
A step up in class.
It is Pope, Walker, Shaw, Rice, Stone, Maguire, Foden, Phillips, Kane, Sterling, Mount.
On that day 20 years ago that England last
on the bench is Trippier, Henderson, Lingard, Cody, James, Ward-Prowse, Calvert-Lewin, Mins, Watkins, Chilwell, Stones and Bellingham. And that's your England lineup for today, folks. So let's hopefully get the win, boys. Let's do this.
Since November 2019. Will that wait come to an end? We will find out after the national anthems.
Come on, England! Save a queen, save a victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us, God save a queen. Come on, England! Here we go. England versus Albania. Come on, boys. They are just doing the national anthem of Albania at the moment. Come on, England!
Harry Kane will be laser focused tonight. The captain is back and he is looking to
Come on,
make his mark.
England!
England's trip to Tirana is live next.
So, hopefully you guys go and enjoy the game. Hopefully we enjoy the stream. Hopefully have a good game. Get the win today. I'll be happy. Hunky dory, looking forward to the game. So, what do you guys think the score's going to be between England and Albania? Put your predictions in the chat, folks. It'll be interesting because I am doing another one straight after this game. About an hour afterwards, an hour and 15 minutes, which will be Scotland versus Israel. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how, if you guys think England will win, when the game gets on the way, more people might come for in. But the reason I start the stream 10 minutes early is so that people can get in the chat before kickoff. So, you get what I mean why I do that. So, you can, like I say, you can completely understand. But we got to go for it. Give it the best we can. And don't let our guard down. If we let our guard down, we might be punished.
To take control of Group I before Poland travel to Wembley on Wednesday. But to do that, Gareth Southgate's men have to negotiate the only
Hi, Sen. How are you? And it's England versus Albania. We are about to get underway.
And it is England who will be closely looked at in the aftermath. England players continue to take the knee, having been granted permission from FIFA to do so, in order to reiterate the message: there is no room for racism. This is the last time England will play outside their own country before the last 16 of the European Championships, assuming they get that far. But it is a chance to double down on their midweek result against San Marino.
Here we go. We're just waiting for the referee to blow the whistle and the game is underway. Underway we go. England versus Albania. Here we go.
6 changes. What do you make of the England team selection?
Yeah, I think it was always going to be the case that Gareth made changes. He's changed the formation a little bit as well. 4-2-3-1 with Merrill just given that license in the middle of the park just to make those surging runs. But I'm looking forward to it. It's a strong side, especially with the attacking players.
So England have kicked us off. Let's get the 3 points, boys.
Their best run for 11 years, having won their last 4 matches. They have never won 5 on the spin in their history. Only slip for Nick Pope, who only had 5 touches in the game against San Marino.
Come on, England.
A bit busier tonight.
Oh, lucky, oh, lucky.
Sterling, nice and early.
My prediction for this game, England will be Albania 3-0. Wait and see, said. Wait and see. We don't know what it's going to be, but
Luke Shaw returning to the England team for the...
If any of you have turned up late, we will show we will show the lineup.
Welcome return for Gareth Southgate.
If you have turned up late, if you guys want to see the lineup, let me know.
Nice bit of tight pressing on the side and a good run from Sterling early on. Really encouraging to see him coming off that right side, trying to get behind.
If you're an England fan, welcome. If you're an Albania fan, welcome. Banter, you can do that on here, but don't take it too far to the point where you offend someone or hurt someone's feelings.
They lost it. Mount, Phillips and Lingard were singled out for praise.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, folks, that we can get the win. I will say this again: if you're an England fan, welcome. If you're an Albanian fan, also welcome. All are welcome.
It's good. I think I spoke to Gareth about the order in which they're playing these 3 games, and he perhaps would have preferred this one first and then San Marino. But I think a progression, harder games leading to that Poland game is the perfect way. And I'm certainly will make some changes.
And just to let you guys know, the manager of Albania is 75 years old. 75.
Because there are all players under pressure. We've heard from Gareth. He already knows he's 11 apparently for the first game in the Euros, but I think a lot will change before then.
It's going to be interesting. We'll see if we can get a little bit going.
Discussion in the studio about Nick Pope prior to the game. If there has been one criticism of him, has been his kicking, and already in the early exchanges here he's had a couple of problems with that.
So we have played just about 3 minutes. England 0, Albania 0. England just passing the ball around, trying their best, trying to create something.
Not only just his kicking, but his ability to play out from the back as opposed to just kicking it. I think Pope is something that's he'll want to work on.
So hopefully you guys are all right.
So there's a slight difference in emphasis when the goalkeeper gets the ball. Puts more emphasis on the centre backs to go and get it short.
So if England can create a couple of chances, get something at the end of it, and we get something from it,
Now John Stones.
then I'll be happy. We just need to play with a bit of passion, a bit of heart and a soul.
Luke Shaw is being harassed and chased by
Come on, England!
Hussein. Plays his football in Serie A with Napoli. He's had a couple of good seasons there.
Oh, Sterling! Sterling!
Oh. Just got held up on the surface. Intervention by Mimola.
Well done, England!
Very quickly once again, which is good to see, and Gareth Southgate will see that as a positive.
Quite England!
England will feel the difference though, closing down.
Oh, how is everyone? Everyone having a good Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, whatever you call it now.
The white shirts are getting pressed by red ones, and feet are going into the tackles.
It's a step up for Eddie Reja's men as well. Their 4 straight victories that they've earned recently have come against relatively modest opposition in Kosovo, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and most recently Andorra on Thursday night.
Come on, England!
England for them are a step up in class.
England are just passing the ball around. We haven't created any chances yet, but we'll try our best. Ah, sure, man.
Into Hussein, and then
They're still trying to do well.
Into Sikaleshi.
Guys, put your predictions in the chat for you think the score will be between England and Albania.
Foden robbed. Sikaleshi losing his footing on the surface, which has a problem since it's been laid, really. The stadium only opened since 2019. There is sort of a question mark about how much sunlight some portions of the pitch get. Walker getting forward, trying to put England on the front foot.
Yeah, he had a little
Come on, England!
There was nobody in that 6-yard box, so he had to pull it back. But Phil Foden just picking the ball up in midfield when he came on.
Come on, boys!
The ball was played to him, he had plenty of time on the ball. All of a sudden, he's getting tackled and robbed from behind, so the space out there is a premium.
Also know they want to be less wasteful in front of goal this evening than they were against San Marino. Raheem Sterling got on the score sheet that night.
So hopefully England can get a goal early doors, and I'll be happy.
Harry Kane in particular will be desperate to see the net bulge once again.
We just need to play with a bit more resilience, a lot more urgency, and that's what we're trying to do at the moment. If we can pass the ball around, give it. Hey, look, I think we can achieve something, but we just got to see. I just hope, for the love of God, we just don't have all the possession, and it ends 0-0.
Drawing the foul.
Sometimes when there is that pressure in that deep midfield area,
so far,
just run away. Just take the marker away, and then one of the centre
there is not a lot to talk about. We just pass the ball around Albania and not letting us go through, and that's it. That's the story of the game.
Stones crossfield ball, which was aimed to Luke Shaw. There are differences on either side of the Manchester divide. Manchester United defenders, 2 Manchester City defenders in that back 4 for England this evening.
So if you guys tried to stream with the thumbs up button, to get the like, subscribe with the bell notification, we get the post as well, so you can notice when I do live streams like this in the future. And here comes Albania. Albania got the ball at the moment. Straight through to Nick Pope in the England goal.
Was to get the ball up very quickly to Armando Broja. Tall striker, only 19 years of age, sent on loan by Chelsea to Vitesse Arnhem. Similar pathway to that forged by Mason Mount.
I'm interested to see how this youngster does, Broja, who is one of our Chelsea youngsters who's on loan at Vitesse Arnhem in Holland. So I'm interested to see how he is, how he plays. Go on.
It's a good take.
Foden.
So very quickly back at it.
Oh, this is good.
It back to Foden, who's crosses it.
Oh, okay.
Mason Mount. Looks like a corner.
Well, it's a bit better from England.
It's a corner to England. 9 minutes played. Still 0-0.
Space behind, so it hits a longer ball. Just stretch the Albanians towards their own goal a little bit.
Of England's fortes at the last World Cup was their set-piece routines.
Come on, get ahead onto it. Anyone in white?
It's Foden's delivery.
Oh.
Flying in at the far post was John Stones, who had a really good chance on Thursday but didn't take it.
Ball across in. Went onto the head of John Stones, who fires it over the top. Goal kick to Albania.
What an area that is. Just inviting somebody to go and head it, and he did his best. Defending Vaselli, just getting his body in the way.
John Stones, who has his eye on an historic season. Manchester City still on for 4 trophies. This is Walker.
Come on, England, check, run!
Area to chase. And Mola reacted well. Barre. This is Vaselli. Osai. Snapping into the tackle. Declan Rice. Stones.
Walker getting the ball there, just nobody behind him, just turn and go.
Come on, England!
Just made a 55.
Come on, England! Hi, England! Hi, England!
Been a bit harsh on him there.
Still looks as if he's in need of a bit of recovery, actually, on the top of your picture.
It's quite noticeable as well how slow this pitch is, Sam. You know, the other night we talked in the first half about how well England passed the ball, moved it from side to side quickly. This pitch looks really, really slow and sticky.
Come on, England.
Did put a request in prior to the game today for the grass to be cut, but it wasn't done. Foden.
Go on. Oh, that's out.
The defender, Ismaili. I don't think Berisha kept it in.
Yep, so the corner kick to
Really
England.
Good ball, that. Good run. Foden just pointing behind the fullback and saying, just hit it in there. Like he kept it in from here.
It's another England corner, and they caused problems from the last one.
Come on. England corner, 12 minutes played.
Rice in there as well. Taking towards that centre area of the 6-yard box. And
We did nothing with that corner. We did absolutely nothing with it. Oh no, and Albania are breaking.
Straight to an Albanian player, and there's an opportunity here for Albania to break. It's a great
Oh
chance.
my God.
Fired over the top by Uzuni.
Albania have had the best chance of the game so far.
What an opportunity that was on the counter-attack for Albania.
Well, it's a huge warning. Give the ball away in midfield, and then he's away. Azini just waits. First touch is good, second one not so. He shouldn't be hitting the target.
Albania should be 1-0 up.
Very happy to see that go sailing over, but a little warning for England.
Merto Uzuni of Ferencváros in Hungary scored in the Champions League against Juventus back in the autumn, and that was a wonderful chance to get off to a thrilling start for the home team. And that is where England have to be a
Come on, England!
They've gone to that back four. It gives him a little bit less
This
protection.
is start playing properly.
Mason Mount attempting to keep England on the front foot, inadvertently passing the ball to Kazim Lachi. Usai then led the attack, and Usai spotted a brilliant run from Merto Uzuni.
Started the game well, Albania, very well organised, really sharp in their closing down. And as we've seen, they've got a break in them. Normally the nerves come with the first touch.
Come on, England.
Centre forwards through on goal like that, but it was his second touch that let him down. His first one
We
was
just need to
brilliant.
create something and do something.
Sterling. Walker finding Phillips. Goes towards Kane, is headed away by Jim City. England winning
Corner.
Mason Mount appealing for that. Looks like it took a deflection on the way through.
Corner to England. Come on, boys.
Here's the first touch, out of his feet, and then he just leans back a little bit.
International goal. Uzuni came against Kosovo.
Corner to England.
Would have been a hero in Albania the rest of his life had he netted that.
To be taken by Phil Foden. Ball's crossed in.
Foden's delivery.
Oh.
It seemed to travel a very long way.
Free kick.
If there might have been a foul at the near
Yeah,
post
free
before it
kick
came
to
through
Albania.
the area that Harry Kane was occupying.
Quite as good a ball from this side. I think it hit Kane, but a little push beforehand, but certainly got the quality Foden to put it on a sixpence.
England is playing alright, but Albania are going to give us a game. Going to make us work for this today.
Jim City, who created the goal against Andorra, almost got caught dawdling.
Come on, England.
Nice. Taking it off Lachi. This is Sterling. Mount and Kane waiting in the centre. Shaw joining the attack. Albania very quick to get numbers back. And flood that edge of the penalty area.
Come on, boys.
And foul.
Free kick to England. Foul on Maguire.
Stumbles a little bit. See an awful lot in that, to be honest with you, but just before that, Sterling.
England are trying to create
himself
something, but
right
we go
foot.
in and see what we
Harry
can
Kane's in
do.
the middle with the centre back on his own. Just give him something to feed off. To whip it in there.
Just wonder when the pitch is like this and it's clearly not running at full speed, is it, the ball across the surface? Do you have to change the way that you operate?
Yeah, kick it a bit harder. No, it does slow the tempo of everything down, you know. When you're running with it as well, you have to take an extra bit on it to get it out your feet.
Come on, boys!
It's just a fact.
You guys sub to the channel, you'll be getting watch-alongs like this regularly. So I do this on the channel regularly, including vlogs, lyric videos.
Trying to wriggle free and running into Vasily.
But mostly it's our watch-alongs on the channel. Come on, England, do something, man.
Phillips.
What is England's formation? 4-3-2-1.
By Albania on Thursday night, and Albania were the better
Or is it
side
4?
in that game.
I think it's 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1.
Could be the odd chance here and there, but they are very well structured from set plays too.
Well, you can see the
It is then. It's
organisation.
4-2-3-1.
Really working hard so far. Not an awful lot of gaps for England to probe through.
Eddie Rea, who is the 75-year-old Italian.
England are not playing too well. Yeah, but it's a little bit of a harder opponent. But hello.
Experienced coach.
England, we're trying our best. We're trying to do something as much as we can. But I'll see you guys in a minute. I just gotta go and get my dinner. So I'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Ball there from Shaw was round the corner for Sterling. He'd already got on the shoulder of the defender. Just knock it in. The space was there. He declined it, and Sterling looks up at the heavens.
Rice took that one in really well. Mount, Foden fires that into the penalty area looking for Harry Kane. And to get it back and then give it back very quickly. This is kind of Bada. Usai himself running in. Treacle. With Lauchi, Foden, Rice wanted it, Rice gets it. Somehow England need to sort of travel up the pitch just a little bit quicker when they win the ball back.
You've got Harry Kane up front, and then you've got Sterling dropping towards the ball who's being marked, and then they're having to wait for Mount to come over, who's on the right-hand side there. No direct ball over the top or down the side at the moment.
Kane wins it back. Foden looking to pounce. Mount gets crunched from both sides, and that's going to be a free kick and a yellow card.
Hello everyone. I've just gone to go and get my dinner, so I apologise if I do eat during the stream, but you want to eat your food while it's warm.
No doubt it's a foul. This is in a really good spot for England. 2 or 3 yards outside the box, a little bit of an angle.
Oh, I just did that because I don't think you want to hear me sneeze, folks, so I've just gone out of the way for you. Oh no.
Yellow card, not for Ismaili.
Please don't be injured, Mount. You're one of our best players for Chelsea at the moment.
Comes in, he gets his foot on the ball. Between them, they'll give away a very dangerous free kick. Harry Kane looks like he's all over this one.
Well, England haven't had too many chances in the opening 21 minutes, so you'd expect them to try and make the most of this. That's Guido Bari on the chaise longue behind the wall. Kane standing over it, went straight through the wall. And was pushing in that wall, and as a result, the free kick had already been given. Kane looking a little bit perplexed.
He must have mishit this because he's gone low. Actually, like it hit Harry Maguire, and he's gone the other side to the line down man, and they've got a break on.
It's almost getting called again. This is Bahrain.
I'm eating my dinner, folks. Eating some nice pork, some pork, some veg, and a Yorkshire pudding. So you guys know, if you guys, that's what I'm eating.
Maguire with a bit of a wrestling match on the edge of the penalty area, but there was a foul in the build-up to that. It's not as fluid as England would have hoped.
No, and I think you have to give Albania some credit. As I said, very well organised, working extremely hard, and closing down is absolutely spot on. So England have got to work it out. Getting closed down, coming short, just go a little bit longer, try and hit the space behind that press. If that is over the back four or the back five, so be it, but you need runners. At the moment, we're not getting too many runs behind that red line. There's 5 of them in it. Just knock it into that green space.
Gonna be eating my dinner while I'm on stream to you guys. Sorry if I do. Apologise. Any of you don't. Yeah, if you guys don't mind me eating during the stream, because I used to always be in your streams, but now I'm back. Do you remember? Yes, I do.
Fourth in the Euro 2020 qualifying group.
I'm going to put a message out for people who are a bit late.
They beat Iceland 4-2. They did fail to score in both of their matches with Turkey. Not being a reasonable side, by the way. Albania didn't manage a shot on target against France at home, and they failed to score in 3 of their 6 Nations League games too. They've had the best chance of this game so far. Hesitating again with the ball at his feet. And that is a bit of a sticky point for
England are 0-0 at the moment, 24 minutes played. So I'm having to do. Thank you very much.
I don't think Gareth's got any problems at all with him actually commanding his box, making saves, coming for crosses, but it's just a different type of football when he plays, because he's not used to that Pickford style of play from the back.
Kane and Sterling combining really well. Actually, Sterling running into a spotted bother. Pope is looking to become the first England goalkeeper not to concede a goal in his first 6 appearances.
Well, there you go. That's a good thing, isn't it? Clean sheet for a goalie. All this about kicking it out. Keep the ball out of net.
Come on, guys.
Back to basics. Stones.
Here's a question: do you guys not mind if I eat during the stream, because it's warm, and by the time it's like half time or something, this might be cold?
Sure, just trying to squeeze it down to Declan Rice before.
Thank you.
Husai.
But guys, if anything does happen, I will be speaking to yous in the chat as well. I'll just be giving you in touch. So while I'm eating, I'll eat while nothing's happening, but then when something happens, I'll talk to the chat and stuff like that. So, but it means then we can all listen to like the commentary and stuff. So I'll turn it up a bit more for you guys.
Stoke dominating possession of the football. Defending that by Jim City.
So if you guys understand why I go down like that, it's so that you guys don't see me eating while on stream, like putting it in my mouth sort of thing.
Sure, putting a lovely ball into that space. And that's what Sterling's got to do. Take his man on or just run into space.
Hey, Sen, have you subbed to the channel? If you do, it means you'll be able to come to the regular watch-alongs.
A bit deeper in Tottenham games over the course of the season. Trying to pick out a pass that sends England and their attack down a different angle.
I got a good community here. I know some communities who get annoyed with people eating during streams. I have some community. I know some communities who hate it when people eat during streams. But like for me, I usually don't eat during the stream. But the only reason is this food's will go cold if I leave it. So and you don't eat cold food.
15-yard ball or nothing.
Go on! Oh! Ball got played into the box, and he got cleared away by Albania out for a throw into England. Go on! Oh! They cleared it away, Albania again.
He certainly was not taking any chances.
This is resolute defending. This is resolute from Albania, boys. Thank you very much. Welcome up to the channel.
He's very quick onto it. Shaw's trying to get back into position now. Ends up on the grass. And that was a really decent ball looking for Broja. Nick Pope had to be alert. England have been vulnerable on one or two occasions. Walker. Albania are back in shape. Trying to plug all the gaps.
Right.
Foden. Sterling. Nibble from Husai on Raheem Sterling.
This is the break. England will say they got the line absolutely spot on. I have to say probably would have been offside, and this is the cross in that hoping for a near post runner. In the end the defender got there first.
So
Sterling know he's about for sure in this first half.
Phillips and Foden standing over the ball for England. Half an hour played.
If you're not subbed to the channel and you like the live watch-alongs that I do on the channel, go and sub. Then it means you get notified when I go live. Because the next one after this is basically an hour and 15 minutes after this game finishes, which will be Scotland versus Israel in the World Cup qualifiers. And the next one is not until Wednesday, where England play Poland.
Foden.
So.
Sterling. This is Stones. Now Walker joining. They're just flooding the box now. Almost got through to Foden. It was good defending by Jim Seaty again. Twisting his long, lean body at the ball.
Come on, England! Oh, for God's sake! England are playing well, guys. It's just a little bit of it. Is that we're going to be made to work for this result today.
Credit's got to go to Albania's line. They've fixed their 5 and their 3 midfielders in a position where they're all linked up and they all go together and close at the same time. So the spaces are quite limited. A lot of players coming towards the ball at the moment. I'm sure that'll change a little bit as the players get a little bit tired. Albania can't keep this up for 90 minutes.
Way, I like that! Right. Here's a question for you guys. Do you guys come up with a name that you would like to be called, like the viewers of the channel to be called?
On to Albanian parents, been at the Chelsea setup for over a decade now.
One guy, and I will credit you guys, will be Sen Chubbs, has gone and said, you can call us, the viewers, the Jam Fam. Do you guys, the viewers, like to be called Jam Fam, or do you want to think of any other names?
One of those crossfield balls which has gone astray. I think Eddie Reja will be the happy of the two coaches.
So,
in the opening 30
put in the chat what name you like to be called. We have now got Jam Fam. If we get about 2 or 3, I will put them on. I'll put them down in a message in the chat, and the one who gets the most messages back will be the name of you, the viewers of the channel. And then I'll have to write that down and remind myself who it is for every stream. But that's what. So we got Jam Fam, the Jam Fam. I like that. Good. Oh, it just reels off the tongue, the Jam Fam.
The Albanian 5.
He's a lot of things, Carl Walker, but regular goal scorer, he ain't. He's the 7th player to get over 50 caps for England.
So,
without scoring a goal.
So, if any of you guys have not seen, I'll put it on here again. Just that people that turn up late, who don't know why you put it in, will not know why you put it in. Alright, mate, I haven't been in the stream for, pardon me. Hello, Kickstar. Hi, mate, I haven't been in the stream for a while. I've just thought I'll say hi. My name used to be Click or something. Right, guys, come up with a name for the viewers of the channel. What the viewers community is going to be called. We want a name so you can enjoy. So it's basically like, do you want to come and join like the Jam Fam and stuff like that, or do you want to come and join the Wingers? The Wingers don't make that one. We want one, guys, that makes sense. We want one that makes sense. The Jammers. All right. Which one? You gotta think which one makes sense. I'll put these all down in one message, and the one that gets the most on there into about half time of the England-Albania game, that'll be the one we get picked.
Flying twice. See the difficulty that the England players are having every time they get the ball. There's applied pressure. Ball's not running particularly well on the surface. It's a hurdle they've got to jump over.
You're right, Sam, but there's no pressure behind that line.
So it's still 0-0. Where really, I don't think it should be 0-0 at the moment.
Basic ball, everybody's coming towards the ball, it's just flick it over the top. You've got to have a spinning runner, you've got to have somebody willing to go in there. Sterling's done.
So, is there any more that people want to put down for what you want to call the viewers of the channel? More or less, not the viewers, the subs as well. So when you are a sub of the channel, you will be known as this. You will be part of, say, the Jam Fam family or the Jammer family, because that's what we all are, a big family community on the channel. Yeah, I agree with the Jammers. So you want to be a part of the Jammers, or anything like that? Is there going to be any more put down by anyone? If there isn't, then we'll put on here. We might see about one more name that you guys would like to put down forward for what you would like the viewers to be called on the channel. Viewers / subscribers.
Walker gets the ball there and runs 50 with the ball into the final third of the Albanian pitch, and then there's nothing ahead of him. It's Harry Kane, and then he has to stop the ball and then come back and slow it all down. All of a sudden,
I'm surprised at the moment you guys are not going with the catchphrase that I say after every stream.
chance to run behind people and run into space, then you've got to have runners going ahead.
But I don't know if it makes sense.
Responsible for changing that.
I'll ask you guys this.
Well, half-time
This,
does come quick enough, I think, for
the
Gareth.
catchphrase that I say
It's difficult. I'm not
after
saying it's
every
easy,
stream, which
but
makes
you've
it
got to change
very,
up. It's
which
too predictable at the moment.
makes it that
Passes
people
are
might
going in, the
remember
passes coming on.
this channel,
There's no
where I go blue is the colour, and I go blue is the colour,
Ultimately, you've got to
which
get
is
behind
based
the
on
team
Chelsea Football
around
Club
the sideline. They haven't done that
anthem,
for England in this first
because I'm a
half.
Chelsea fan. Most of my life watch on to been Chelsea, so I thought that would be a good catchphrase to go with.
Everybody thought this was a
But
nice, easy group for England. But
I know it
Albania's
doesn't make
level has
sense,
certainly gone
but
up
it'll be
over the last
interesting.
few years. Hungary's has
Getting my
too.
food, I'll be back in 5 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. Quick start.
Gareth Southgate
Take as long as you need.
and a striker who
Have you guys got any other names that you want to put down for the name for the viewers / subs? But we also, you also got to think. Have you got any? Come on, England! Oh, here comes Walker. It's Kyle Walker. Now it's Phillips.
Bit of space for Mount now.
Mount.
Joining is Sterling.
Sterling.
Cut infield. Busak did well to keep with
Ah!
fantastic clearance from the
Go on.
Indian defender.
It's Mount.
Mount. Short.
Go on.
Decent.
Kane. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Come on. Harry Kane. Come on. I hate him. He plays the Spurs. But for England, you're gonna like him. It's Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is an England scorer again.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Come on, boys.
Backlines into box.
Get those England flags in the chat. We are 1-0 up, boys.
Just wanders on that left-hand side.
Blues Clues. What?
Doesn't
Right.
need a second invitation.
Shen.
We know Harry Kane's going to be in there. Can he get in
Put in
front
the
of
chat
Vassell?
for
Yes,
the
he
reason why you thought
can.
Blues
It's a
Clues. What's the
brilliant,
reason?
typical header
What's the reason?
from England striker.
If you want to know my phrase after every stream, if you've been here quite regularly, is blue is the colour, is my phrase. But unfortunately, I won't be using that because it's quite, it doesn't make sense. But get in, Harry Kane!
Harry Kane's header was a lethal one.
Well, no, you meant as soon as the ball starts to go towards Shaw, he knows it's coming in the box. He knows he's not going to take a touch. So he starts his plan to get in front of the centre-back. And then when it comes in with... quality, he's ahead of the defender.
So,
Mount.
said, put down in the chat, what's your reason for picking Blues Clues? There must be a reason behind that.
Trying to spin it around the corner for Calvin Phillips. Luke Shaw certainly had a difficult couple of years, but
there we go.
Standout player this season. And that was a standout cross.
Yeah, it's a beautiful cross.
There we go. England 1, Albania 0. There we go. Off to a flyer.
Swerve on it. And as I said, Kane is planning his move as the ball's going towards him. I'm sure Wrighty will talk about the movement at half-time.
Does anybody else want to contribute to the name
Maybe Roy
of
Keane will as well.
the viewers / subs of this YouTube channel? The Blue Jammers. Doesn't make
Okay.
right.
Mount.
When you read these off, you got to think which one makes sense, which one gets people interested, which one makes a lot more sense. You got to think what makes more sense. Does it roll off the tongue? Does it actually work? Does it make sense? You actually got to think, does it make sense or does it ride off the tongue?
Really. They've had very little in terms of invention in the opening 38 minutes, lacked a little bit of quality in their deliveries into the box. Harry Kane who went through a very odd period when he came back into the team in the autumn. Didn't really get too many chances to score. Delighted to see his name on the score sheet once again for
You've got to think what makes sense, folks. You've got to think what makes sense.
Mount. Now Sterling.
I both ways.
And another decent finish from Harry Kane, which almost makes it 2-0.
What a ball that is from Sterling.
We are at the moment discussing what name we want to call the subs. So that's the viewers of the channel.
The angle. And Kane's just loitering at that far post. Momola has no clue he's there. And you have to say, a striker of his quality.
Anybody else want to add any new thing? But also, it's got to make sense.
Back, don't quite get to the pitch of the ball. Hitting it on the up. What a ball in. There's a back line when a ball comes in with that angle. So difficult to defend.
England coming alive at the end of the first half after a rather tepid first 35 minutes or so.
Thank you for the 3 thumbs up. I highly appreciate it, folks.
Two moments of quality, both coming from that left-hand side. One from Shaw, one from Sterling.
Yep.
Really.
At half time, we are going to be I am going to put the message in the chat and you guys will get to choose. But think about this. It's got to make sense. It has to make sense.
It's harassing higher up the field than you usually get to see him. Mount. Now Sterling.
I'm going to put one of my own in.
Back by Calvin Phillips. Albania wanted a foul, but England played on. Kane. Getting it away.
So mine's going to be the one that you guys don't know what it's going to be. So it'll be exciting. And I'm going to do it at half time, folks. I will put it in the chat at half time. And you guys will be able to vote. Be able to put down which ones you want.
Not only settle England down, but change Gareth
and then
team talk at half
the one with the most in the chat will be the one we pick. But guys, it has to make sense.
We're doing very well in the closing down department. Now all of a sudden there's a few gaps opening up. England starting to enforce their superiority on the game. Goals do change how teams think about going about the press. Now they've got to come out a little bit, Albania, in the second half, try and get back into this game, and it'll just open up for England, like here.
Foden. Support from Kane. Phillips waiting in the centre.
Oh, okay.
The ball in the end.
Okay, good.
Catch and stop from Berisha. That wasn't. 28th of July, Harry Kane. There's been increasing speculation about his Spurs future. It was odd to see him mention that during interviews this week.
Half time, folks.
Here's the difference at half time, and after a slow start to the game, Harry Kane is on the score sheet again, and England are heading for pole position in Group I. Roy Keane, Ian Wright and Ashley Cole will pour over that first half next in the company of Mark Pugac at the break. It is Albania 0, England 1.
It's 1-0 England now. What we're going to do? You got the Jam Fam, or you got the Wingers, or the Jammers, or Blues Clues, or the Jammy Dodgers. You have to pick between one or the other, folks. You have to pick one, and the one with the most votes gets is the name for the viewers of the channel. And we'll also put some music on for you boys. Because it's half time.
Everyone tells me I can be what I want, but nobody realizes I'm falling apart. I try to
Good.
leave, although my broken heart is weighing me down. I'm falling back to the start. So they say about my generation, weak for the love and without hesitation. I try to believe, although my broken heart is weighing me down. I'm falling back to the start. Hands down, I'm not a prince charming. Think I'll never be learning. I may not prove to be the one for eyes, but give me time that I might prove alright.
Okay, I put the music on for you guys. It's half time, and also for that reason alone. So that's what you can vote on. It's good so far, folks. Hello, everyone. So we've got one vote at the moment for Jam Fam. Jam Fam at the moment. But apart from that, no one else has voted yet. So, how's everyone? See you guys in 5 minutes. Hello everyone, I am back. The players are now back out, ready for the second half.
You know, get the other one, get in between the lines and look to play forward a little bit quicker.
England wanted the grass cut, apparently. The Albanians said no.
Right, I don't blame them as well. They've got to give themselves every opportunity they can. It's up to us to adapt to it. We've got the quality players to be able to do it, and that's what we should do.
Yeah, tempo's the key, isn't it?
So important, yeah. Ashley makes the point, yeah. Pass it forward a little bit quicker. Football's about good and bad habits. Not too many sideways and backwards passes. Stay on the front foot and let your attacking players do the business.
Okay, let's rejoin our team for the second half. Lee Dixon and Sam Matterface.
World Cup qualifying has become pretty straightforward for England over the years. They have only lost 2 of their last 29 away games in qualifying for the World Cup, and that was in Northern Ireland 16 years ago.
There we go.
And in Ukraine. England went to both tournaments in the end. Albania ranked 66 in the world.
There we go, second half is about to get underway, folks.
Suffer heavy defeats, even less so at home. And they've only really been outclassed twice in the last 5 years. What are we expecting in the second half from England?
Well, a little bit more like the last sort of 7 or 8 minutes of the first half after they scored the goal.
Go on, England!
Spaces started to open up a little bit, as the boys said, get the ball forward a little bit quicker between those lines and just try and use that quality they've got at the top end of the pitch. There's no doubt that when they start getting decent crosses into
Let's
the
get
box,
the wings, England, and then after this, I'll be setting up for Israel versus Scotland. So that'll be fun.
The 2 11s are scrolling across the bottom of your screen. And let's see if Kido Bare has just been found by the referee. A collision you don't see very often. The referee had a smile on his face afterwards. I'm not sure that Kido Bare was particularly impressed.
My favourite uncontested drop ball.
Just a little short pass from the ref there. It's one way of establishing your authority, isn't it? You're under pressure from Harry Kane. It'll be interesting to see if he heeds the advice from the studio panel. Stay up front, where you do your best work.
Come on, England!
Earning England the points.
He wasn't getting an awful lot of the ball elsewhere, was he? That's why he starts to come short. Once he's got his goal, he'll want a few more, so might keep him more up pointed end of the pitch.
Side's clearance. Nice underneath it.
Come on, England!
To apply the pressure. Berisha asking for more options. Pressure on Mason Mount. Certainly England felt there was. It's 18 degrees in Tirana at kickoff. Temperature dropped a little bit now. Local time 7 o'clock. Tirana is in the northwest of Albania. The stadium about an hour's drive from the Adriatic Sea coast. Albania surrounded by Greece, North Macedonia, Kosovo, Montenegro to the north. Here's Sterling trying to get the better of Husai. Pressure from Mount. Husai does well to keep it under control and get Albania out of trouble.
That was a lot better from England now. Forward runs, little 1-2s, threatening behind. Really got in, Sterling.
Big from Brozier down that right-hand side. Rob Declan Rice here. And Kroko when running into Harry Maguire. Walker's got some work to do. intervened. Pushes England on the front foot. Sterling held up by Hussain. Sterling made a really good run. Was hoping the ball was going to come to him quickly. Didn't quite get released early enough.
Hussein's done quite well on him when he's stood up against him. As soon as Sterling does that movement, a little towards the ball, then spinning the hole, he's got absolutely no idea where he's gone. Just got to get the delivery right in behind, and Sterling will get in time and time again.
Prevented from going any further by Ismaili. Galeshi is surrounded higher up the pitch. England just sort of pressing the ball a little bit differently, aren't there? There's a bit more tempo and energy about them. City, Lachi. This is Vaseli, who started his footballing life in Manchester as well. He had a spell with Manchester City and Manchester United. Didn't make a senior appearance for either. The Albanian number 5 did, though, play 37 games in League One for Port Vale and 18 times for Bury. This is Sterling.
Come on, England!
Trying to get free. Stepping up, Phil Foden. And a save tips it onto the post. Great chance for England. Foden's effort had to be repelled.
It's brilliant play from Sterling, it really is. Just threatening that space again behind. When he gets there, squares the defender up, he's got the thought to kick Foden out there. He's standing looking, the defender doesn't know what to do. And he just picks him out, and it's a good save in the end. He's going the wrong way. Berisha's going to his left and just gets that right hand onto the
And if
post.
you guys also want to know that the new foot birthday card on FIFA today is Metaderzo.
Just pulling off into that space, not standing still in the box. Hits it well.
Right, you decide the stream because I'm right. Right.
Well, it looked like he might have come off his heel, but unsettled the goalkeeper, and it was a good save in the end.
There was a brief delay whilst Berisha was assessed. It's back in.
Right, I will say this. You can't dislike the stream because I'm not showing the game. Because I can't show it due to copyright. So I have this. Oh.
Fine coming forward and pressing, but as soon as the ball goes over their shoulders and behind them, they're in trouble.
Shot. Okay. Sterling, a little bit narrow. Walker. Foden has drifted out to this right flank.
We were all shocked that Metaderzo has got a foot birthday card. Yeah. I forgot what number he is. I forgot what his number. Oh, he's 90 rated. He's got like.
More space for Mount once again.
His defending's better. His defender passing's the best on his card. Ace is shy. But
expect to receive that in such a tight area despite
it's like
copious amount of attention.
Come on, England, let's get a bit more goals. Come on, boys.
Walker wanted it, screamed for it, got it. It required Jim Seedy to come across and nudge it behind for another corner. Yeah.
Right.
Just
you guys, I've just got a dislike on the video just because I am not showing the game. Stupid it is, stupid.
Albania press has slowed down somewhat in this second half.
It's always going to be difficult, as you said right at the very beginning, for them to maintain those energy levels for the 90 minutes. Stokes. Phillips. Interesting to see what changes Gareth Southgate makes and at what.
So are you guys enjoying the stream? Let me know in the chat.
A lot of the talk in build-up to this game, Harry Maguire discussing the fact that England have developed tactically as players over the 3 years since the World Cup semi-final. Big criticism in that World Cup semi-final was the way that England adapted to a change of narrative in the match. Sterling trying to wriggle away. And it's another corner.
We saw that once, maybe twice in the first half.
Come on, England!
Struggling to stretch Albania towards their own goal. Good run again, good ball.
The first change is going to be from the Albanian bench. Ray Manai, who is registered to Barcelona, plays most of his football for the B team, and all of his football for the B team.
Oh, we're not going 2-0 up.
Rice didn't quite come off, and Kane.
Oh, Kane.
His effort.
Certainly something they work on. Kane getting in front of the markers at the near post and just getting anything he can on it to flick for the runners behind, and again really quickly to Kane's feet.
Looks like Albania is coming on, and Jasula. Slightly surprised that both those two players weren't involved tonight, bearing in mind significant contributions in the game against Andorra on Thursday. Legnani scoring the only goal of the game from left wing back. The Albanian players were born outside its borders, one of those being Armando Broja, who may well see his night come to an end very shortly. Sterling trying to get a run on, just tucked back just a little bit by Husai, which just slowed him, and that was enough to allow Berisha to come out and meet him at his feet.
Yeah, he was using all his experience then. He knew he'd got done for pace. A little movement again from Sterling to the ball and then away from the ball and in the space, and had to have a little grab at him to try and slow him down.
There's a foul in the middle of the park on John Stokes.
There's the little tug on the arm of Sterling. He wasn't far off getting the ball.
Stokes taking this opportunity to have a bit of a rest. Sivileshi being replaced by Manai is the first official change. Struck a free kick from distance on Thursday night that really tested the Andorran goalkeeper. Jasula coming onto the field as well. Legnani replacing Broja. Legnani may well end up going out and playing in that left wing back role, because that's where he operated on Thursday evening.
Scored a good goal, didn't he?
Really good. Brilliant finish in the end.
Score a goal, get dropped.
I just wonder whether or not they made the changes because of the number of yellow cards they'd picked up.
Come on, England!
Maybe it might have been a different tactical approach, get the speed merchants on like they did in the first half where they created that really good chance. But the changes that Albania have put on should strengthen their team. Foden on the chase. Oh, it was an undercooked back pass. Jim City just used a little bit of experience to edge him out before Foden got round him.
Yeah, got away with one there, didn't he, the centre-back? Deftest touch back to the goalkeeper. Nearly not enough.
So how is everyone? Everyone enjoying the stream? England 1, Albania 0.
Rice. Phillips making a dart down the right. Kane wants it early. Aimed towards the back post and Sterling instead. Smiley was equal to it.
That's where he needs to be. 3 centre-backs, one of them's got to get to that near post to cut the cross off. And again, the ball in, just lacking that little bit of pace on this pitch.
Been busy tonight, Ismaili. An eventful year, promoted with Spezia to Serie A for the first time in the club's history.
Gonna have to throw it today.
Come on, England, get more than one. Come on.
Greatest pass back to it by Foden. Throw and
Come on, England.
Rice snapping at the heels of Kino Bare.
Come on, boys. Come on, England.
Can't keep it in. Gareth Southgate took charge of a team in the... Oh, that's a mistake, and now Kane's got it.
Go on.
Sterling on
Mount.
Mount.
Yeah! Mason Mount. Get him, Mounty boy. Come on.
Chances have been few and far between.
Get him, Mounty boy. Come on.
Leading Tirana.
Well, it's been noticeable. The high press in the second half has been stronger, quicker. This time Sterling cutting out a terrible ball from Jim City. It falls to Mount. It's a really good finish. Just opens himself up. Far corner, goalkeeper no chance. Here's a good angle of him just opening that right foot up. Just takes the pressure off now.
He's caressed that into the corner of the net, hasn't he?
Get him, Mason Mount. Come on.
In 45 minutes on Thursday night. Certainly came in for quite a deal of praise. That's a really accomplished finish. His 4th England goal and his 7th England start in a row.
Well, he's a player, there's no doubt about that. He's so versatile as well, playing in that almost a free roll 10, coming from midfield. A little bit deep line, he also makes those runs as well. Great form for his club. And a big favourite of Gareth Southgate's for sure.
I was just about to say that when Gareth Southgate took over this team, the second match of the last World Cup qualifying campaign, he said he found a team that was lacking confidence. They struggled to get through games like this. Matches would become stodgy, they wouldn't be patient, they'd get a bit frustrated.
Get in there, Mount.
Certainly that tension has been relieved, and England although have been completely easy on the eye at times tonight, have always seemed to give off the vibe that they're in control.
Yeah, I think Albania started the game very well, frustrated England. It was a case of having to be patient, couldn't get behind them. The goal changed everything. 38 minutes, all of a sudden, the gap started opening up, and in the second half they pressed Albania a little bit higher, a little bit quicker, and they've managed to find more and more space on the ball as the Albanians have got tired, and they have been in complete control in this second half.
Come on, England!
The man who fouled Raheem Sterling, nicknamed Spartacus by his teammates because of the protective helmet he's been wearing since 2013. He started wearing it because he fractured a cheekbone, but he's actually said it might not be a bad idea if in the current climate, when there's a lot of discussion about head health in football, everyone should wear one.
Just sure the player he jumped for a header with, too pleased he's got that on, to be honest with you.
It's England 2, Albania 0. I think we might have got the win.
Yellow cards in a single season. 17.
Jesus Christ.
See Foden there.
We won't play.
He thinks the ball is on, making that run behind.
Sterling. Trip from behind. To the guilty party. A bit of discussion about Sterling.
Come on, England!
Saying that he was trying a bit too hard at times on Thursday night. The boys in the studio were saying that his is one of those positions in the team that should be cemented for the summer, but things can change. He's had an interesting month at Manchester City where he hasn't always been in the team. Mount. Someone was on the wrong wavelength.
Yeah, I'm not sure Sterling read the game plan on that one. I think he's an absolute nailed on to be the starter for England in the summer. There's no doubt about that. And I think a little rest. This is for you, Raheem. Rest of you. Right, he said that in the half-time studio. Just getting ready for the summer. He's got a lot of football to play before then, mind. That's Mount's finish, just lifts it over the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's always going to go down there.
Walker. England playing a lot further up the field in this second half. Barre. Walker is there. Himself in a spot of bother, didn't he? And I think that might be a yellow card for Kyle Walker.
Tried a little back heel and then just forearm smashed him. Trick, loses it and the arm comes out. He overplayed the contact there, to be honest with you.
Couldn't really deliver the silk, so went with a bit of Sheffield steel instead. Stay concentrated now. Lapchi's delivery. Wyatt strong in the air. Jasula. Rice was aware that he had company. Magnani. And Poland draws the foul.
I'm sure Gareth Southgate, 70 minutes gone, will be looking for another goal just to make it 3-0, just to make it a little bit more comfortable. Then he can start thinking about Wednesday's game against Poland and maybe making a few changes. At the moment at 2-0, might be just thinking a little bit safe.
Ward-Prowse is coming on for England, folks.
Of the game, James Ward-Prowse is coming on. Terrific performance at Wembley on Thursday night, including his first England goal. Going to replace Calvin Phillips.
And Calvin Phillips is going off.
Midfield. He's made the opportunity to tell you about the World Cup qualifying highlights we've got for you on ITV a little bit later on this evening. 10:30 ITV. All the action from the day's activity in the European qualifiers, and then on Wednesday night, Kane versus Lewandowski. England against Poland, 7:15 Wednesday night, live on ITV. We'll follow that up with another roundup of all the night's action in the World Cup qualifiers straight afterwards. 11:05 in Scotland and 10:45 on ITV.
Come on, England!
For a foul on Carl Walker this time. Yeah, Manusha has come on in the centre of midfield for Albania too. Veteran midfield player. James Ward-Prowse escaped from Jasula. He's got Kane waiting in the centre. Almost picked him out. Jim Ceci was well placed.
To see what formation that Gareth goes with on Wednesday against Poland. He goes back to 3 at the back, pushing the wing backs forward, or he stays with his 4. I've got a feeling he might go back to the 3 centre backs.
What would be the reasoning for that?
Well, he's playing against the world's best centre forward.
So how is everyone? Everyone enjoying the stream?
Back there. Well, he might just feel that it's gone well.
Prowse looking for Kane. Sterling, this kick, still keeping it alive. Kane going in. So were 2 defenders. Kane waiting for a decision as to what the referee's going to produce, and he's produced a yellow card for Harry Kane.
Bizarre that, he's got to go for that, surely. Go through the man, the back of the legs.
He looks perplexed.
Well, the miss kick from Sterling sets this up, and it's a scramble. It's there to be won, it's gone for it, he's actually kicked it out. He's got there first, actually a miss. Let's see how that's a yellow card, but he comes back past the keeper, Harry Kane, smiling, he gets ahead of the 2 defenders. They just all bang into each other. I think he's really unlucky there.
The referee tonight is from Israel. Real Greenfield. As we keep saying in these qualifiers, there is no VAR. James Ward-Prowse.
Go on! Oh, okay.
He looks at his foot as if he's just shanked a 4-iron into the ground and left the divot.
Well, yeah, you made a pass like that, look down at the ground. It's always a good idea. But it was the run that was the good thing. That run from midfield. Spaces are opening up. Just got to be careful, England. Don't lose concentration and set piece or anything like that and let Albania in this, because they're in total control in this second half. See the game out.
It's not quite been a walk in the park, but certainly since England scored their opening goal, it's been a lot less tense for them. struggled to get to grips with the early Albanian press and the over long grass. Sterling thinks he should have had a foul on that incident. Continue to be a lot of debate about who should and shouldn't be in the England team.
Oh, Joseph!
Myriad of options that they've got. Mamushai.
Hi, Daniel.
Musai. There's 2 goals. One coming in either half. One from captain Harry Kane. The second from Mason Mount. Musai threatening to cross. Delivering it into a dangerous area. Walker was well stationed. Yanni trying to keep it in. Rice almost acting as the sole holding midfield player now. Quartet of bodies behind Harry Kane. Yanni chased by Stones. Sula behind Husai.
Come on, England!
Joining Husai's cross. It's a dangerous one. There's a collision between Pope and Maguire. And Declan Rice stops that.
We just need to get rid of it. Come on, boys!
It's a really dangerous ball.
How are you
with that
doing? I'm
angle.
doing well, Fish Boy Joe.
Harry Maguire
I'm
has
doing
got to
well.
follow that in, and keeper's coming. An early shout. Difficulty is the ball was right in between them. No chance for him to get out of the way.
Steve Holland and Gareth Southgate. In, quite intense conversation.
It's a difficult one, that's got to be, because there was some pace on the ball. There's not an awful lot of time to shout keeper's ball, so he'd just go for it. And in the end, clatters his centre back.
Fantastic afternoon, everyone.
Nice
Hello, Riley.
First Albanian corner of the day. You just don't want to lose their concentration here and set up a nervy finish. Kane with a strong header away. Machi, decent looking cross. It was taken in by Uzini. Couldn't quite deal with it. And Sterling was being held back by Husai.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's the second time he's been outpaced. This time he's on the halfway line, but Sterling would have been away.
Is that not a yellow card?
I thought so. He's going back for it. He's going back for it. Yeah, it is there. There we go. Sterling's away.
Had to be, didn't it? Coming up towards the final 10 minutes in Tirana. And heading for another World Cup qualifying victory. A little bit of encouragement coming from the sidelines. The England coaching staff just trying to gee the players up again, just to get them over the line here without retreating into their shells.
Come on, England!
That was by Stones. Shaw across. Nice with a decision to make. Maguire. Husai. To return it. When I was underneath it, Stones took charge. Walker took no chances. Another step up for England coming up on Wednesday night when they take on Poland. They've got 2 games before the European Championships, which are slated to be home friendlies. The destination, the venue, not yet sorted. June the 2nd against Austria. Romania on June the 6th before the start of the European Championships. Back to World Cup qualifying soon afterwards in the early part of September when they've got Hungary away. Poland
Come on,
away,
England, 10 minutes to go.
Andorra at home, sandwiched in between. Phil Foden's night is over. Comes another Mancunian, Jesse Lingard.
We've seen a bit of Foden tonight. Certainly in that first half, he wanted the ball, tried to get in behind a few times, but it was a difficult first half for him. A bit better in the second half, but
Come on, England!
I think England overall will be happy with the result. The second half performance was better, but Jesse Lingard certainly prime man of the match. Against San Marino, he voted for the San Marino goalkeeper as man of the match.
Well, Jesse Lingard had 10 shots himself on Thursday night without scoring. Slightly frustrated by that, I think.
Come on, England!
Certainly had a good return to form recently. He said it was inspired by the fact that during the lockdown period, the first lockdown period when there was no football, he was YouTubing some of his England highlights from yesteryear, some of the great moments he'd had in an England shirt. And that helped light the fire again. The latest of his West Ham goals, this time last week against Arsenal, funny enough.
Messenger video.
England throw. Lingard takes it quickly. This is Walker. Dominated possession. And they've got 2 goals to their name. They're about to go into their 3rd match this week with a 100% record at the top of Group I.
Come on, England!
10th win in their last 13 games for England. Albania will be disappointed they haven't been able to extend their good form, but they showed signs in that first half of being a disruptor in this group going forward.
Come on, boys!
They were really organised, really put England under a lot of pressure in that first half. Apart from that one chance, you didn't see them being a massive goal threat. I mean, that's their problem, they don't score many goals, but certainly from an organisation point of view, it frustrated England. Second half, been a different story, because they've had to come out a little bit, and the press from England has surprised them a little bit.
Come on, England!
Walker wants offside against Legnani. He will get a throw in, no doubt. They have to be too eagle-eyed to see that that went out of play. And we have seen in the last 24 hours that that doesn't always necessarily get spotted. I think Legnani's going to have the same reaction as Cristiano Ronaldo had last night when a ball appeared to cross the line in the last minute of a Portuguese World Cup qualifier.
Hopefully our neighbours in Scotland can win the game at Israel. Yeah, I'm doing a live watch along of the Scotland versus Israel game late after. It would be a travesty if England... Right. Nag. If you are going to be like that, I will time you out.
Harry Kane. Certainly it's something that he has in his mind.
Just a matter of when as opposed to if, isn't it?
So hopefully...
28 in July.
Yeah, because I'm doing Scotland after this. Scotland versus Israel. That'll be a good game.
About his future. He was talking about Robert Lewandowski and how many trophies and goals he scored after his 27th birthday.
If you're a Tottenham fan, I'm slightly worried about that interview. The only thing with Harry Kane I would say moving forward is his ankles. You know, he has a lot of ankle injuries, and I've had a few myself. You know, as you get older, really difficult to...
Come on, England.
There's no doubt he wants to go on and play into his 30s, well into his 30s. Jimmy Greaves' record that I think he's got his eye on at Tottenham Hotspur too.
Come on, England. Let's get a third. Yep.
It's been an easy trip for England. Games like this in the World Cup qualifying groups never really are easy trips. Albania desperate to make their mark. England are a prize scalp after all. If you drop points here, the road to Qatar looks daunting.
Come on, England.
Getting out with all three in the bag will certainly tick a box, even if England haven't ticked all the boxes tonight.
Straight after it, straight after it, straight after it, straight after it.
Rice. Kane. Lingard. Much stronger since they got the opening goal, created by Shaw for Harry Kane.
Come on, England.
Prowse coming back to try and win possession back.
It is with games like this, as you said, Sam, the most important thing is the 3 points. Second thing is what sort of performance. Can you keep a clean sheet? Can you come out of a difficult trip with no injuries going into the game? All those boxes seem to be ticked. Most brilliant performance, but very economical as far as getting the job done.
Pope is about to become the first goalkeeper in England's history not to concede any goals in his first 6 appearances. I think he's had to make a save again tonight.
Wow. It will be on Wednesday.
I might have to make a few on Wednesday.
Free kick for Mount. Free kick to England.
Spiked by Jasula after the ball had been hooked behind him. It's a yellow card. always an inevitability. The man with the record number of Bundesliga yellow cards. Yep, another tonight.
Mad.
Haven't lost the World Cup qualifier since 2009, October. Away in Ukraine. It was a night that Steven Gerrard played on the left of midfield. Rob Green was sent off in the first 15 minutes.
Come on, England. That's at least. We're near the end of the game, folks. England 2. Albania 0.
Walker. This is Kane. Chance to finish it in style.
Oh.
The deflection is glanced behind.
4 minutes of added on time at the end of the game. 4 minutes.
It was a really good run from Ward Prowse from midfield. Walker picked him up over his head, and there's only one thing in Kane's mind: can he get his shot away? 2 deflections.
Quartet of minutes to be added on at the end of the game. With their 6th corner of the night. Kane, Stones and Maguire all lurking with intent here. Maguire went in with his arm raised.
Oh, ref.
For a kick.
You're having a laugh.
Clean sheet for John Stones. A few of them this season with Manchester City.
Come on, England. Just hang on for another few more minutes.
His desire to keep clean sheets on a regular basis.
Well, it's a huge bonus for England. His return to form, quality he's got, just takes the pressure off that man when he's picking centre backs. He's got the numbers to be able to shift different formations at the back with his quality, and Maguire, they're the 2, and if he plays a 3, then I think Walker steps in there as the 3.
Come on.
It's an angle ball which is easily gloved this time by Nick Pope. He's probably just cherishing touching the ball for an extended period.
90 seconds to go, folks. 90 seconds.
Inverse of 1-2 with Jesse Luca. Although I think the referee has blown for a handball. Southgate just warning his players not to get involved with the referee. See the game through. Get to the
Oh, we're nearly there. Nearly there, folks. Nearly there.
3 points on the board. Be a 9th game in the last 13 without conceding for England. Let's hope so. Mane.
Offside.
Nothing to do.
Offside.
To his feet and hits a ball like that. It's something he'll be disappointed with.
Nearly there. Nearly there, boys. Nearly there.
To keep the play going at the back. Don't want too many of them.
Ugh.
England haven't had too many opportunities tonight.
That's a ball.
Sterling might get one more. Goes round the
Oh,
goal.
Sterling.
Can't get it under control. But Berisha, I think, stuck with him quite well.
Yeah, he did. Centre back. He's got no idea he's behind him. Terrible attempt to try and bring the ball down in the end. Double touch from Sterling.
That's the full-time whistle.
Full time, England 2, Albania 0. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that watch along. Like, subscribe, the bell notification for getting the post. I'll see you guys in not long for Israel versus Scotland in the World Cup Qualifiers. Like, subscribe, the bell notification for getting the post.